Imagine you have a piece of aluminum foil and you break it in half. You then take one of the pieces and you break it in half as well. You take one of those pieces and you break it in half again, and you keep going. But can you keep going forever? Well, around 400 BC, give or take a few years, an ancient Greek philosopher named Democritus had a similar question. He wondered what would happen if you took a piece of matter and kept breaking it in half again and again and again. He proposed that eventually you'd get something you wouldn't be able to break down anymore. He called this basic particle of matter the atom, based on the word atomos, which means indivisible. Other philosophers, like Aristotle, didn't believe him, and it was more than 2,000 years before anyone would take Democritus seriously. Over 2,000 years after Democritus, John Dalton used the scientific method to help confirm Democritus's work. He did this by studying how chemical elements combined during a reaction. He proposed that matter consists of tiny particles, but he did not know what these particles looked like. He imagined them as tiny round balls. He suggested that atoms of the same element are identical in size, shape, mass, and other properties, and that atoms of different elements are different in their size and properties. All atoms of a particular element will have the same set of chemical properties as the other atoms of that element. It doesn't matter if you have just a few atoms of iron or a large chunk of iron, the atoms in both of these chunks can rust. Although today we know the atom is a little more complicated than Dalton first proposed, Dalton's model, called the billiard ball model, is still very useful for thinking about some of the things that atoms do and the way atoms behave. Atoms are the smallest particle of an element. If you smash an atom or break it apart, it will change the identity of the atom, and the atom will become an atom of a different element. Atoms are small. In fact, they are so small that you can't see them except with special microscopes, and even then, you can't see them very well. So let's summarize. The smallest part of an element is an atom. If you smash an atom or break it apart, it will change the identity of the atom, and the atom will become a different element.